Welcome. A little breakdown on one of my favorite breaths, the Viloma A. So, one of the things I keep in mind when I'm practicing this breath is the pattern of a falling leaf. We'll be taking in 3 sips of air, and I'll call the flow a couple of times, first by counting, the second time by body points. And then in your mind, when you're practicing later, you can use whichever variation best works for you. The second aspect, when we're taking in these sips, instead of trying to force it and hold it and measure it, you got to release it a little bit. So when I'm doing these sips, in my mind, I see a falling leaf and it's inhale, inhale, inhale. And then we find our exhale. And I try and keep that soft fluidity available to me instead of trying to grip it and hold it and find that space. So, for starters, let's find a comfortable position, allowing us to fluidly breathe and exhale. Find some adjustments if you need. And let's begin by taking a nice, deep, full inhale and fully emptying. And when you're ready, we're going to begin our sips of breath, starting from the bottom of our vessel, these bottom bones, up to the third space, the second space, and the final space. So I'll call it by 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We'll find a slight hold, and then we'll exhale fully, finding a moment, pause, and then we'll inhale again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So full vessel breath in, full vessel breath out. And inhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pause and exhale. And again, inhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And exhale. And again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And exhale. And again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And exhale. Inhale. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exhale. And again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exhale. And again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And exhale. And let's take a couple full in, full out. So we're going to repeat this exactly the same way. But if you like a little more visual and a little more specificity, we can cue it in our minds another way with these bony masses and body points. So it's going to be pubic center, which is the bottom. Our pubic symphysis is this line across our hips, aligning with our sit bones right here. So pubic to navel, navel to solar plexus, plexus to clavicle. So the spaces again are pubic to navel. This is 1, navel to plexus. This is 2. Our plexus to our clavicle. This is 3. 1, 2, and 3. Just like those sips. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Exactly the same, only this time we repeat with body points. So when you're ready, we begin with a couple of full vessel breath in, emptying out fully before we find our sips. Deep inhale, deep exhale, deep inhale, deep exhale, and we begin. Inhale, pubic to navel, navel to solar plexus, solar plexus to clavicle, and exhale. Inhale, pubic to navel, navel to plexus, plexus to clavicle. Exhale. Inhale, pubic to navel, navel to plexus, plexus to clavicle. Exhale. Inhale, pubic to navel, navel to plexus, plexus to clavicle. Exhale. Inhale, pubic to navel, navel to plexus, plexus to clavicle. Exhale. And inhale, pubic to navel, navel to plexus, plexus to clavicle. Exhale. And let's fill our lungs with a full vessel. Breath in, full, empty out. And notice in your body and in your mind which version of the flow and the lead you feel most fluid in and most connected with. Happy practicing